Good morning, beautiful people. Cold Front Mafia. Monday morning, 11 o'clock. And what a week it is. NFL draft in less than 4 days away. Thursday evening, 8 p.m. starts the 2026-27 NFL season with the NFL draft. And holy shit, is this exciting. We still have no idea. Well, I don't have any clue what the Buffalo Bills are going to be doing with this year's draft. Trade up, trade down, take a player at 26, wide receiver, defensive end, edge rusher, linebacker, corner depth, safety, nose tackle. Who the hell knows? This is why it's so exciting, because I don't think that anybody has a real clue. Not a freaking clue. And top of that, on top of the NFL draft showing up here in less than 4 days, we have the Buffalo Sabres absolutely taking the cover off the football, or I'm sorry, off of the hockey puck yesterday against the Boston Bruins, down 2-0 midway through the third period, scoring four goals within 8 minutes, taking it to the Boston Bruins, and most importantly, Dave Portnoy. How fantastic was that game last night? So for all of you Buffalo Sabres fans out there, what a freaking night last night. We're talking the most ridiculous. It's been over 14 years. 14 years for the Buffalo Sabres being in the playoffs. And what a way to start that train back on its tracks, huh? Somebody give me something, baby. I mean, that is out of control. That game last night, let me tell you, I am not, and we all know this, I am not the biggest hockey guy on the planet. Have not been. But I got to tell you, I might start to be. That was the most ridiculous game that I have seen in a long time. And the reason that I say I'm so locked in now and so amped up for hockey in the Buffalo Sabres is because when I'm sitting down in the living room with my family, my wife and 2 kids, and we're watching the Buffalo Sabres last night, our reactions, including mine, mainly mine, how loud and insane I can get, were equivalent last night to the reactions that I give when the Buffalo Bills are playing. So listen to me. I got to tell you, I am locked the hell in to the NHL right now in the Buffalo Sabres, and I am so excited for the city of Buffalo and what's going on in their athletics. Rush, good game. No, go Bruins, though. Hey, man, appreciate you hopping in here, Rush. Yeah, it was a great hockey game, 100%. I mean, obviously go Sabres, but what a freaking game. You can't ask for much more than that. Appreciate that follow, man. Jim T, I didn't drink an ounce of alcohol last night, and that game was making me feel hungover. I'm with you, my friend. I am so with you. Sean, A.J. Brown to the Patriots. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Go Sabres as well. We got a lot to talk about today and this week. This is going to be a very busy week. Very busy week. So make sure that you are followed along and subscribed over here on YouTube, because a lot's happening this week, particularly in the NFL. Brian Webster, yes, we're going to talk about the Buffalo Bills today for sure. So just give me a moment, my buddy. Okay. But I cannot not talk about the Buffalo Sabres after the come from behind win that they just laid down on the Boston Bruins last night. I can't not talk about it. We're going to talk Bills, majority Bills, no doubt. This is a Bills channel, but there's also Buffalo channel. It's Cold Front Buffalo. This is insane, and the energy in Buffalo right now is out of control. Jim T, appreciate that rose, my friend. Thank you so much, man. So Kincaid, what's up, baby? How are you? What a night. What a night. The Sabres should win all 7 other games, Brian says. Well, they're not going to win all 7 games because it's the best of 7 series in hockey, much like many other sports. So 4 games is the magic number to move on to the next round. So if they win 4 games before the Boston Bruins win 4 games, then they have won their series and they will move on. They don't need to win all 7. Quite frankly, hopefully they don't go to 7. We get a few days off. We win 4 out of the first 5 or 6, and we can call it a day. I mean, I'd love to sweep them, but that's not very likely. Yes, we're going to talk about the Bills. Buffalo Bills should go get more furry agency, restock more contracts. Okay, yeah, sure. So here's the deal, all right? A lot's going on in the NFL as well at the moment, and there's been multiple trades. The big one over the weekend was Dexter Lawrence. We had spoke about him on this channel multiple times last week because the trade rumors had gotten quite heavy, hot and heavy, and he had come out and said that he no longer wants to be a New York Giant. So I don't think it was necessarily a question of will the Giants move on from him and trade him away. It was to where, to whom, and for what. And I had mentioned multiple times on this channel, including Friday night when I was on Mafia Sports Report with Tommy, I said, I just don't see it happening. Please don't take my words as I would not want to see Dexter Lawrence in a Buffalo Bills uniform, because I most certainly would. He's an absolute beast, and I don't foresee him falling off in the next couple of years. But the reality of the situation was I didn't think that, the Buffalo Bills could afford him, in which they clearly couldn't, because the New York Giants they received the 10th overall pick from the Cincinnati Bengals straight up for Dexter Lawrence. So those were the issues that I had when it came to the potential or possibility of Dexter Lawrence becoming a Buffalo Bill, and they came to fruition. I'm not saying that I want to say I told you so, but I just knew in my loins that would not have happened, albeit the Giants are making some pretty good moves. I know Dexter Lawrence is an absolute stud, but for the route that they're going, getting a 10th overall pick for him and then clearing, $18 to $25 million off of your cap, we'll see. The Bengals have proven that they have not been the best drafting football team over the past few years, especially in their early rounds. So maybe that's not so much a bad thing for them. But I will say my opinion on the whole matter is that you let Trey Hendrickson walk, one of the best edge rushers in football, to free agency because you didn't want to pay him enough, potentially, right? Then you give away your 10th overall pick for another defensive lineman who you're still going to be paying, on average, I think it was $23 to $25 million a year. So you save a few $1 million, yeah, but you give away your 10th pick to do so when you could have just signed Trey Hendrickson without losing your 10th pick, and then drafted the 10th best player coming out of college. I mean, I don't know. They make their decisions. It is what it is. I just don't know if I'm really understanding it much from Cleveland or from Cincinnati. I think the New York Giants, I hate to say it, I think the New York Giants did pretty well. I mean, you know what? I think both teams did pretty well, but that's just my take. Scott Tross, go Bills, go Sabres, baby. Hooey! What a week we have. Joe Nolan says, Hopper, is that you? I'm telling you, about a handful of times per week I get, is that Hopper? That you're talking about the dude from the show, right? What's the show? What the hell's the show? The one with the underworld or the overworld or whatever the hell it's called. I think I know what you're talking about. Schwab in the building. Rando. Appreciate that, Hart. Thank you. Concepcion makes sense for the Bills. Allen needs more speed at wide receiver position. Rando, hot topic. Not saying that I disagree, but I disagree. I shouldn't say that. I don't disagree that Casey Concepcion is very good at football and will probably be a highly productive wide receiver in the NFL. But to me, in the situation that the Buffalo Bills have themselves in at the moment, I do not feel that Casey Concepcion at 26 and then not picking again until 91 is the best move for the football team in the now. We have, in my mind, too many holes on defense, and that's what we need to address. And I think that what we can do is trade back with someone like the Arizona Cardinals. I tweeted this the other day. The Arizona Cardinals, I think they picked 3rd overall. And then they have the, I want to say 33rd or 35th pick. And Jacoby Brissett, their quote-unquote starting quarterback at the moment, is not showing up to their first run of camp here because he feels that he should be paid starter money, and he's not gotten that contract from the Cardinals yet. Is he going to hold out? Do they want to pay him what he feels he deserves? Will he not play football if he doesn't get it? Therefore, the Cardinals, to me, seem like a pretty big candidate to potentially trade back, so they can get their hands on Ty Simpson in the event that he's there at the 26th pick. That's kind of where my mind is. So I think they're one of the good candidates to potentially drop back and get 2 picks within the first 60 even versus 1 at 26. That's where I'm at. That's what I feel we should do. Schwab says, I didn't realize Dexter's age. I don't think the 10th pick was worth it to me. I'm leaning towards the Giants made out a little bit better on that trade. I'm kind of with you, Schwab. I am. Let's get into some of the YouTube here. Weston Brewster, the Bengals have been the best franchise managing what they have on their roster as a whole. Oh, haven't been. I was going to say, what? Okay, I think you said have. I agree with you. I agree with you. And therefore, I don't know. I don't know that I would have given up the 10th. But who am I? I'm just sitting here talking. Why could we not talk about New England Patriots game, A.J. Brown? We will. We absolutely will. It's on the docket for sure. Bob Staheli. What's up, baby? How about them Sabres, man? How about them? What a freaking game. I was just going absolutely berserko last night, and it made me say, I'm a big Sabres fan now. Like, I got to get into this. How you guys like this hat this morning? New digs. See this little logo here? Little lantern. Corning Country Club. Corning, New York Country Club. New logo just created. Played last week. Had to get me a new lid with the new logo. Tommy, I got you in the hat game, brother. Conversation expected to resume shortly on or something. One source said about the Patriots' pursuit of Brown, they'll definitely be engaging then. A trade in New England is now considered likely. Yes, you're correct. So basically what happened, we'll get into this real quick for everybody. All the mess between Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel has not gone away, and it's almost even heating up more and more and more. That said, what just happened, what just came out from Adam Schefter, I believe this morning, early this morning, was that the Eagles still are very likely to want to trade A.J. Brown to any viable takers, and that the Patriots are still heavy in line to be one of those recipients. And that it is most likely that that trade will actually happen on or around the June 1st mark. So we figured that A.J. Brown was a hot trade topic just a few weeks ago, well, even for a month or so. Then there was question marks. Was Diana Rossini making this shit up when she reported this to try to make it seem more relevant than what it is because of her fling with Mike Vrabel? But now Adam Schefter's on the heat too because Diana Rossini no longer works for the Athletics. So now it seems to be, again, more realistic than what we might have thought. Whew, excuse me. That said, the June 1st marks a big number as far as the monies that the Eagles will owe against the cap for A.J. Brown. So if this is going to happen, it's probably going to happen post-June 1st. And apparently still the Patriots are the front runners for making that happen. Bengals have always been a poorly managed franchise. Man, yeah, they did dumb thing letting Henderson walk just to trade away a high pick. I agreed, and that's what I was saying too, No Bones, just a few minutes ago. That's why I tend to lean on the New York Giants taking the better of that trade. Believe in Bean Island, baby. Believe. You got to believe. You got to believe. I think Brandon Bean actually saw one of our lives the other day, and he shot me a message saying that I'm with you. And that's exactly what we were going to do, and appreciate you and all of your subscribers and followers with your input, because that's the route we're going to go. I kid, I'm joking, but I think he's heard us. Spidey, what's going on, Spidey? Hope you had a great weekend. Ravens still look like they'll dominate their division. Ravens are going to, yeah, I mean, because Aaron Rodgers also has not reported to the Pittsburgh Steelers telling them anything, apparently, about his decision to continue to play football or not. So now the Steelers have basically no quarterback. They have no freaking clue what's going on. And I don't even think that he's expected to give them an answer before the draft. I mean, what are you doing, Aaron Rodgers? Give them an answer so they know how to enter the draft. My God. It's terrible. Missed something. We talking football or hockey? Teddy says we're doing a little bit of both here. Tori, appreciate the follow. Tori, thanks so much. Doing a little bit of both. Love the Broncos. AJ says yes, you do. I know you do. Schwab, glad the Bills didn't try to go after AJ. I'm with you. I've never, when the trade rumors started, I said please no AJ Brown for me. TT, you think it's a good move for the Pats? I don't know. They're gonna have to give up quite a bit, according to Howie over there in Philly. So I don't know what they're gonna have to give away in order to get him. They definitely need some wide receiver help. So I mean I can't complain or I can't argue that, but I just don't know what they'll have to give up for him. Game was electric last night, Mason and Jenny said 100%. It was out of control. Jacob, how far do you think the Sabres go? Man, the Tire Man, appreciate the follow. I know a lot of people, the smart analysts don't really have them going too far. What just happened last night, if that's any indication, they might have that thing that no one can work on or make happen. It just kind of fucking happens and it shows up whenever it needs to show up. They might have that thing, these Sabres. That's all I'm saying. Last night was a true indication. Now, in my opinion, watching that hockey game, the Sabres pretty much beat the Bruins almost from start to finish. Definitely out-physicaled them. They had many more shots on goal. Their power play was quite abysmal. That said, they did play well. Bruins' first goal was somewhat of a lucky bounce of the puck off of a deflected shot, a blocked shot. But the Bruins are a good hockey team. And again, I'm not a huge hockey guy, so take it for what it is. But I felt like the Buffalo Sabres outplayed the Bruins. And coming back in that fashion in the third period in front of that home crowd after 14 fucking years, you would think the sports gods are showing us something, if you know what I'm saying. That's all I mean. How do you think Bo Nix will do next year? I think Bo Nix is a good football player. I think he's going to do well, and that team is only getting better. So I think Bo Nix is going to have a good year. Freeman Miller, what's up, baby? First playoff win. Let's go. Taylor, rumors are a second rounder and more for AJ. Oh, yeah. Howie said he wanted a first plus and a player. As a Pats fan, I don't know if AJ goes for a first. Wonder what the compensation they agreed on. Yeah, I don't think they agreed on anything yet, but I wonder what they will agree on if that trade does happen. And that'll then tell me whether I think it was a good move or not. You know what I mean? That Bill sucks. The Bills suck. Aaron Judge fan. I'm a Yankees fan. Taylor, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. I'm a Yankees fan, so I want to give you that, and I want to be on your side. The Bills definitely don't suck. And pound sand. Mr. A10 Co. 100 interception. I'm not sure what you mean by that. 100 interception, baby. When is Beanie Brady supposed to give a press conference today? I don't know. And shame on me for not even. I don't know. I really am not sure. We got to find that out. Where's Roy? BB. Where's Roy? Who's Roy? I don't know what you're talking about. Horror movie. What's up, Ethan? No, you didn't miss anything, man. Well, I mean, Sabres taking it to the house, baby. Huge game last night. Dexter Lawrence traded to the Bengals. We got into the AJ Brown thing a little bit. We're just talking about AJ Brown now still projected to be traded come the June 1st timeframe to the Patriots, by the way, per Adam Schefter. So nothing really was missed, to be honest with you. Sabres going all the way, Bob says. Let's go, baby. I respectfully disagree on the drafting KC in round one. The defense is not being fixed with a first-round defender. KC would give us cheap number one wide receiver. DJ Moore will probably be gone in 2 years. So, yeah, you and I have disagreed on this for some time. But, again, I think you're mistaking me saying that I want to draft there's one guy that I would definitely draft at 26. But other than that one gentleman, I would not draft at 26. I would do my damnedest to trade back. Now, do you need a partner to trade back? Yes, you do. And is that easy? Probably not. But I think that trading back and getting multiple picks is the way, probably the best route that they could go. Best route they go. Or you take Caden McDonald if he's available. Talk about a cheap nose tackle that could immediately stop the rush. You see what Dexter Lawrence brought. He's more of a pass rush guy too, though. I mean, Caden McDonald isn't necessarily going to be Dexter Lawrence when it comes to QB pressures. Maybe. We don't know, but that's a cheap way, in my opinion. Plus, the offense would be absolutely unstoppable with the KC. Yeah, but what's unstoppable? No bones. What's unstoppable? Because to me, 30-plus points a game in the playoffs should be unstoppable. What do we need to score? 40 points? Like how much more unstoppable could the Buffalo Bills offense be, if I'm being honest? That's where my head's at. Like you can't ask a team. It's like asking a team in basketball, you got to score 150 points today. Or in hockey, you got to score 7 goals. Like I just don't see it. I don't see that being reasonable. Can't agree with no bones on KC draft. We have zero depth in linebacker. Any redeal, right? And I'm with Jonas on this. Knowles, I'm with you. But again, this is all opinion, and I still love everybody, and this is why we have these conversations, and it's going to stay mutually respectful, of course. So this is what I love, though. I love to hear everybody's concerns or thoughts, thought process, things of that nature, because there's no one way to do this, I don't think. But we have to trust the fact that the guys in the building know what they're doing. Awesome. And will get us to the promised land. Ronnie, what's up, Ronnie? Attack. Yes, it is, Bob. Corning Country Club. Bob, are you close? Corning Country Club. The new logo. Just this offseason, they just made a new logo that has to do a lot with the heritage in the area of Corning. We'll get into it at a later date because not everybody knows. Other than Ty Simpson, I think if a premium cornerback is on the board at the Bills pick, somebody will be calling. Possible. Yeah, that could be a way to trade back as well, for sure. Absolutely. That's a good point. Drafting a linebacker 20 is a bad pick. There are a dime a dozen number one wide receivers at premium and don't grow on trees. Sure, but I if I'm being honest with you, I think that if you can draft or trade back and you can get let's look at this. Watch. This is what we're going to do. This was one of my topics today. I think it's a perfect segue into the likes of Mr. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Did I lose it? Okay, there it is. Here we are, folks. Many teams say Chris Brazzell. I think it's Brazzell. I thought it was Brazzell, and then I heard somebody saying Brazzell. So whatever it is, has elite talent that rivals Jordan Tyson. One GM compared him to George Pickens, but there are questions about his maturity. Now, I know a lot of people will probably say that we don't need another Keon Coleman maturity issue, which I can certainly get on board with. We don't want that again, if this is all real. But the talent level and the skill set that Chris Brazzell brings to the table, especially if it's being reported that it rivals Jordan Tyson, that's a guy who's like mid-second round at the moment. So that's hard for me to say why not trade back and be able to get potentially a Chris Brazzell and a Jacob Rodriguez, Josiah Trotter, Lee Hunter, or the like. Do you follow where I'm coming from? No bones? Because I think there are some wide receivers that don't need to go 26 that can make an enormous impact. You get what I'm saying? And this is, I think, completely fair to have the conversation of, but this is, again, where my mind goes when I'm thinking of what the Bills should do, and I'm really not changing my mind too much here. I did once, or twice, in the last month or so, but I haven't in quite a while at this moment in time. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, TikTok. I am messing up here. Aaron Judge, appreciate the follow, Aaron Judge. I would rather lose like that to the Sabres than the Leafs. Okay. You're a Bruins fan? How about that finish? I know, it's unbelievable. Where from Buffalo are you at? I'm from Hamburg. Blake, I'm actually not from Buffalo. I'm a couple hours east. I'm in the Finger Lakes region, Seneca Lake, southern end of Seneca Lake. Takes me 2 hours to get to KeyBank Arena, which is where we stay when we go to Buffalo Bills games at that Harbor Center Marriott. Cost me $1 billion. Have you heard what Josh's baby's name? No, I have not, actually, Drew Hill. Not a clue. And my wife finds that shit out faster than me because she's part of Haley Steinfeld's little online group where she sends out notes and messages. My wife was literally the one that told me, and I was one of the first people on X actually to put it out because I had some people tell me when the baby was born, because my wife got the first notification from Haley Steinfeld. Not individually, but via this Substack thing or something that she has. But Hamburg, I love the beers. Hi, Rochester Americans play tonight. Game 1 in the playoffs. Yes, I heard that. I don't know an overwhelming amount about them, but I did hear that, and I do know what's going on. Dylan Snyder. What's up, Dylan? How many Super Bowls does Josh need to be considered a Hall of Famer, and is he already for the Bills Hall of Fame? I think he needs 0 Super Bowls to be considered a Hall of Famer. If his career stays this way for even a few more years, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. The Super Bowls will just put him in like first ballot and stay in the conversation of potentially top like 3 to 5 ever if he wins multiple. That game yesterday, let's fucking go. These are the better days. No kidding, Kate. No kidding, bro. I'm really happy to see the Sabres back in the playoffs. If my team loses, I'm all in on you guys. Okay, I appreciate that, Mitchell. We all do. And who is your team? Schwab says defense wins championships. I don't disagree. Look at this past year. Sharon says, go Buffalo Bills. Yes, Sharon. That game yesterday, these are the better. Yes. Sharon, appreciate the follow. Buffalo Blaze, appreciate the follow, man. Thank you so much. Man, I missed a lot here. I'm sorry. Caden, my dad freaked out last night about the game, as did I. Oh, here comes Tyson Woody. Listen up here on Brazel. As a Tennessee fan, well, actually, Tyson, if you're a Tennessee fan and you know, is it Brazel or Brazel? Give me a 1, please, Tyson. Type in the chat 1 for Brazel, 2 for Brazel. Anyway, Tyson says, I can tell you that Brazel or whoever, Brazel, is the best receiver that's coming out of Tennessee. Okay. What about overall receivers? What do you feel? Tennessee didn't throw the ball downfield because of an arm injury the last half of the season. Okay. Fair. See, that's something I didn't know. C.J. Allen or Cassius Howell at 26, Jason says. Stephen Clemente, go Bills, go Sabres. Yes, sir. As Florida Panthers fan, great win last night. Amen, Scooter. Whoops. What a win, regardless of who you are, who you like, whatever. That is a hell of a game and a hell of a win. Scooter, appreciate that follow. Let's go Bruins in 5. Not a chance, Oscar. Not a chance. Appreciate that follow. That was Scooter. Thank you. Yes, I like the hat I live in. Oh, awesome. Beautiful. Yeah, well, let's get out there, man. Let's get out there. Cold front. You a golfer too? Did we just become best friends? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe we did, baby. Yeah, that's all I got left, you know? Sabres got some lucky calls, got to admit it. Oh, stop the madness. The Sabres had some bad calls against them too. Stop. And they didn't do anything on the power play anyway. So the calls didn't do anything. Jonas, yes. Best friends immediately. If KC is on the board at 26, you can't trade back. If anybody else is calling at that point, it's for KC. Man, no bones about it, is locked and loaded on KC Concepcion. And I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming you. But that's pretty heavy all in for him right now. Good for him though. He's he's sticking with his guns. I'll give him that. I'll give you that. No bones. You have not changed a bit. Rangers, Mets, Cowboys fan, depressing. Only thing I have is my Knicks. Yeah, we're Knicks fans too. So we got a first dub there. Bills go 17-0 this year. I don't know about that, Tom, but I would. I love it. Intensity. Appreciate the follow. Shannon, what's up, Shannon? Oh, come on. Worst face-off team against the best, and the Sabres won the face-off battle? No, they didn't. Did they? just by watching, I was thinking that the Bruins were actually kicking the crap out of them on faceoffs, to be honest with you. The refs were soft all around. They got to let them play. I will agree with that, Oscar. There's a lot of like hooking calls, and I'm petty in my mind. The one cross check was relatively egregious, meaning it didn't hit him that hard, but it was clear as day. Yeah, the fighting penalty, kind of crazy, but that was even. So I thought also they were kind of ticky tacky. The Buffalo Bills are going to rue the decision of firing McDermott. Scooter says no. Bruins only beat them on faceoffs. Scooter, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought they destroyed them on faceoffs. Yeah, they did, but a few faceoffs. It was only by 4 or so. But come on. Well, I mean, okay, I'm with you. I'm just saying that they did. What else? What else can we say? Remember to like the stream, everyone, and all new people. Please subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And Cold Front out. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Ethan. Yeah, if you haven't already, please follow and subscribe. I know we're getting a bunch of follows over here. 500 subscribers. We're giving away a jersey on YouTube to a random subscriber. And we're slowly but surely growing every day, it seems like. So I appreciate everybody supporting the channel, no question. I'm actually doing something today. We're starting in a little while. It'll be a pre-record with another large channel that was a long time coming, so you'll see that coming out here in the next couple days, I do believe. Really excited about that as well. Bones, what does Casey do for the O? He can't take targets from Shakir, DJ Moore, DK, and the rushing attack. Yeah. Move back and get 2 guys for 1 with the 26. Too much depth from mid-third. I'm in total agreement with Jonas, unfortunately. I don't want to say unfortunately, but to no bones, I'm definitely in the agreement with Jonas. Jonas, I already said he's a wide receiver 1 of the future and immediately becomes wide receiver 3 at worst, gives you 5 years of low-price player at one of the most expensive positions in football. Yes, but hear me out for a moment. You just saw Dexter Lawrence sign a $25 million a year deal for 3 years. He got the extension. Edge rusher, who was it? Jalen Phillips, I believe, just signed a $30 million a year deal. Hendrickson just signed $30 million free agency this year. So this is a highly paid position as well. So that edge outside linebacker, call him whatever you want to call him, that's a potential. And you have interior, linemen making money too. Either way, the stock market, the salary cap is going up every year, and I don't think that's going to slow down. I think it's going to continue. I think we can all agree on that. So regardless of what position you go, you are getting someone for cheap in today's world, and it's only going to be for cheaper as the salary cap moves up and up and up. Every contract we see, every single contract we see nowadays is breaking records. So, and it's at every position. It really is. So I don't know. I just think you take the best player for your situation at that moment in time. And I believe right now, getting 2 for the price of 1 almost type of deal is the best situation for the Buffalo Bills. The Brazel Pickens comp are embarrassingly awful. Pickens is a bully. Brazel doesn't love the contact, needs to get stronger. Okay, fair, I guess. I don't know enough about him being a weak-minded individual. Pickens obviously is insanely aggressive and strong and uses his weight and his strength without question. And that much I know. Only an edge rusher is worthy of being drafted over KC because, as Will Anderson just showed, they're also a premium position. Right. That's my point. There's positions other than wide receiver that are big monies. Linebackers and DTs are cheap to sign. Yeah, I tending to disagree. They're not as expensive as an edge or a receiver potentially. But again, I don't also care about how we're looking in 5 years. No bones. Like, I get your point. I totally do. But I really, truthfully don't give a crap if we don't have a penny to spend in 5 years if we've won 1 or 2 Super Bowls between now and then. I don't give a shit. You get what I'm saying? So I totally hear you. Like, when you get a $30 million a year guy for 2 to 5, on a rookie deal, you're stealing that versus getting a $15 or $18 million a year guy for 2 to 5. The value seems more drastic in comparison in years to come. Totally agree. But like I just said, to me, don't care. Meaning, like, I just want the best player for right now. And if it means we're overpaying him in years 3 through 5, I really don't care. If, of course, caveat, if we win a Super Bowl or two. Easier said than done, I know, but that's where my mind is. Ronnie says Bills, baby. Bills, Ronnie. Bills. Mad chatter. Hey, front. Good to catch you. You too, my brother. Thank you for hopping in, man. Good to see you. Get my boy Cold Front some more likes. Give him yeah, please. Give me some thumbs up, would you? Some thumbs ups and some subscribing and following and all that shit that YouTube and everybody wants to see. You know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate all you guys. I got to be honest, like, things have changed over the last few months when we started this thing. Like, I'm kind of getting excited. Like, something big happens, I tell my boys, we talk about it to my wife, my boys meaning my children, and then the first thing that after that comes to my mind is, can't wait to talk to everybody about it. All the chat, can't wait to talk to everybody. We're gonna have a good conversation today. A lot to talk about today. It becomes a real fun. So I'm enjoying the hell out of this. I have a TV in background with different draft shows, starting to learn some players. Okay, great. Yeah, good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a crapshoot. Mad chatter. There's only so much we could do, right? You do a little research. You watch some film, maybe. I'm a film guy. I love film. Or you watch, you look at statistics and all this other thing. At the end of the day, it's crapshoot. Nobody has a freaking clue really what's going to happen, because one of the people that has 500,000 followers on X or whatever, I forget the kid's name, did a mock draft and had the Buffalo Bills drafting an offensive guard at 26. Like, to me, that's the dumbest thing I could ever see. Silly, but it happens. Nobody really knows. Some early wide receivers look. Shakir shall not too interested, but we will see. Need another wide receiver. Hey, you're with no bones then. Correct. This is what I was getting at. No bones. I think that I'm what I'm saying is I completely understand what you mean and what you're saying. No question. I hope you understand what I'm saying. There's another draft next year. Get what we need this year. That's kind of where my mind is, Spidey. Exactly. Giving Josh a full cupboard of weapons is the best way to get this team to the dance. I think he's got him. I absolutely think that he's got the weapons. And you know what I feel about DJ Moore. And if you don't, you can watch my my film session on DJ Moore. The weapons are there. Offense is not a problem. Points are scored at an immense level. 9 points away from being the second highest scoring team in football. 9 total points through 17 weeks away from being the second highest scoring team in football. So I don't have an issue with scoring points. For shit's sake, we turned the ball over 5 times and still scored 30 points against the Broncos, who are supposed to be the top 1-2 defenses in the NFL. In Denver, by the way. So to me, again, that's not the problem. Getting some pressure on the quarterback, playing aggressive defense, stopping the run, being able to jam someone at the line of scrimmage, playing a little bit more man than normal, getting after the quarter. That, to me, is the deficiency that the Bills have. Square Table Sports Mike comes back in and says it's not weak-minded, it's play style and play strength. Brazil can be knocked off his routes and be pressed. Tennessee sucks at developing wide receivers. He'll need time and coaching. Fair enough. But if his skill set is anywhere close, if it's true and his skill set is anywhere close to Jordan Tyson, shouldn't take that long to develop. Should not take that long to develop. If that's the case, you can't really have no separation ability and being knocked off your routes consistently and have the skill set of Jordan Tyson. So one of the two is incorrect. You know what I'm saying, Mike? I'll rob Peter and Paul for a Super Bowl. 100%. 100%. So would I. 3 more subscribers to 340. Yes, let's keep it going. On draft day, I just repeat thus phrase each pick. Oh, I wanted this, that guy. He's really going to be good. Yeah, right. I hear that. That happens often. Everybody gets drafted. You're like, oh, shit, we wanted that guy. Okay, I'm getting there. TikTok, sorry. Oh, come on. Worst face-up team. Okay, we Stearns and Cone destroyed my Mets. Pete and Nimmo. I know. I don't know. Seeing Pete in an Orioles uniform is insane. Is it not? Is it not? Somebody, Weston, great point. Can somebody please find out and let us know in the chat the time for the presser today? If there's a presser for Bean and or potentially Brady, please. Yes, they're in trouble. The owner is tracing Jerry Jones' footsteps. Cuban Gore, appreciate the file. Thank you. It's okay, though. No biggie. Drake May made Josh Allen look like a rookie this past year. That is the worst, literally. Oh, well, I appreciate your service. However, that's the worst statement that anyone's ever made. Drake May made Josh Allen look like a rookie this past year. We're going to turn another hater into a homie here. USMC vet, please understand what you just said. That's silly. That's really a silly statement, and it makes absolutely no sense. AJ Brown and Drake May, you scared? No, not at all, actually, because Drake May is suspect and pedestrian and subpar at football in the NFL, and AJ Brown, don't care. Good luck reading on the sideline. Who's the new coach of the Bills? Joe Brady, who was the offensive coordinator. Schwab comes in. Yeah, Schwab, I'm with you. Seattle made Drake May look like a rookie. So did Houston and Denver. Drake May had the worst playoff performance of basically postseason history by a quarterback. And the only way they won games is because the individual worst performances that were worse than his of all time happened to be the two teams that he played. Oh, I didn't know the trade went through on A.J. Brown. It didn't, Shannon. It didn't. This is just UNC vet. Yeah, he's just talking shit. Nothing went through. Fair, but that's like saying anything, oh, yeah, they killed my team, but this team did it to you too. Like, come on. Who has the toughest schedule this year in the NFL? I forget who was the actual toughest. The Bills, I think, are seventh. Seventh toughest right now. Which team had the weakest schedule in the last year you're talking about? Well, we know that. Come on. We know that. Who's the new coach of the Bills? Joe Brady. Your Bills making the playoffs this year, then choke like Dak for intensity. I don't know I don't know. Who are you a fan of for intensity? Who's the new coach? Yeah, okay. Yes, that 100 times, Chris. Thanks. They choked in the Super Bowl when it mattered. Who's in? Bruins will win game 2, 1-1, going back to Boston. Possible? Who do you have the Bills drafting? Dumrossi says, who do you have the Bills drafting? I think that they trade back. I think that they do what they can to trade back. If they absolutely go at 26, Caden McDonald. Who do you have the Bills? Let's go. Sabres OD. Let's go. Trade Thursday. See what happens. I can't wait. It's not going to be Thursday. It's going to be around June 1st, they say. Let's go, Sabs. Teddy L, let's go, baby. My Birds own the Bills. What, the Eagles? That was a shit game last year. Oh, my God. Watch the replay of the comeback last night and got emotion. Yeah, hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, Dark Knight. Teddy L, real. I'm a Penguins fan, but that Sabres game was crazy good. Absolutely. How about them Broncos? Good team, only getting better. I'm with you. Appreciate the follow, Dark Knight. Thank you. That was a horrible game last year. Yeah, it was. All right, let's get back to this. No, did anybody find out? I don't know. The depth on D is our issue. Think of the lineup if Benford goes down or TB or Terrell Bernard or Dorian Williams can't hack it at linebacker. Oh, I'm with it. I'm so with it. It's a projection. He hasn't run many routes other than hooks, posts, and goes. So, okay. And he's typically isolated way out wide. It's hard to project how his routes will look. Same with Zach Branch. Well, okay. So if you're saying that it's hard to project how his routes will look, then how can we say that he can't get off the line? Sal Capaccio said it's Brady, Bean, and Allen. Oh, baby. Well, when the hell is that? I like Brazel, but I would need to get him in the building for a 30 visit and ask him to run routes and see it in person before I could draft him at top 30. I'm sure they're not going to draft somebody in the first round without meeting them prior to. Josh Allen being a turnover machine against Eagles playoffs and so many other teams made him look like a rookie, but let's see if he can regroup. Come on. He had one poor playoff game other than one poor playoff game in his career. He's as good of a playoff quarterback as there's ever been. I can't get behind this. Just ignore me front. We always talk about that, don't we, Chatter? I think it's Bears this year. What's the Bears? JTL, they hate us because they ain't us, baby. Go Bills. Yeah, I'm with you. Go Bills, 100%. I'm very nervous about our rookie coach, is not going to lie. Oh, I'm not. I'm actually not. I'm not. I don't know why. I'm very confident, if I'm being honest with you. Go Sabres. Yes, sir. Bruins suck. Yes, sir. DT is glaring need now that I look again. I agree with you. It's Eagles fans then again coping on. Yeah, right. I'm not worried about the Eagles fans. I didn't see anything of an interview. True story, front and chat. I was watching Sabres yesterday with 13 minutes left and I needed a shower. I said it's over and took a shit. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Hardest schedule. Okay, right. Yeah. We pulled it up. Last week. Jake, yes, we've actually been talking about that. That was a horrible game. New Bills fan here. Big Geno Stone fan. Oh, wow. He's your family. Wow, Brandy, that's pretty cool. Jeez. Geno Stone. I think he's going to be more of a depth guy, but we'll see how much run he gets. Do you see the A.J. Brown news? Yes. Around June 1st, they're saying still. That was Schefter this time, not Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel, not Mike Vrabel's little girlfriend. If Bean doesn't hit on the draft this year, he needs to go. I would say that's a fair assessment of the situation. New Bills fan here, Geno Stone fan. He's my fan. That's so cool. I don't understand some of the hate towards J.A. Schwab. Nobody. It's exactly what JTL says. They get mad because they're not a fan of a team that has Josh Allen, so they just want to talk shit about him to make themselves feel better. That's really all it is. There's not much you can talk shit about Josh Allen. Really, almost nothing. And if you do, you're naive or you're just making shit up. Real honest to God. What's up, Brian? How are you? What's good, Hike? What do Bills do Thursday, you think? Trade back or take Jaden McDonald. Giants fan here. I just want to say hi. What's up, brother? Appreciate you hopping in, man. Tree Man says jealous. Exactly. That's all it is. And I'm not even just saying that. That's the reality. People are jealous. Okay, it's fine. Be jealous. I mean, I'd be jealous too if Josh Allen was on another football team. He's a dog, Geno. He needed the team to flourish like Bills. Yeah, the only issue I have with Geno Stone is his missed tackles. Other than that, he's athletic. He's somewhat of a ball hawk. He makes plays on the ball. Like, I watched some of his film. He's not that bad. He just misses tackles, and he kind of gets a little shy when it comes to going downhill a little bit. Sounds to me like I'm picking up really positive chatter. Then Bean knows we need another wide receiver. Facts, JTL says. Yes, when Brady says JA-17 is him, all you need to know. He is him, 100%. W Money is smoke and mirrors. Samp is in the building. I will say this, Josh Allen is the most talented QB to ever play, in my opinion, and the fact he has no Super Bowl is a real issue. It is. Wide receiver talk. We're deep at the position. I'm with you. Samp, you know how I feel. You absolutely know how I feel, Sam. 100%. Sean says, prepare for the Pats to run the AFC East for the next decade with May and AJ. Sean, good luck to you. Good luck to you and your Pats, baby. JTL, smash that like button. Come on, people. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel immediately and follow the channel immediately. I know you want to. Even if you're in here talking mad shit, I know you still want to subscribe and follow. I know you do, because you have fun in here, and we invite everybody. Next topic. I want to talk about some depth. Saw this earlier. Don't know what this actually means. However, somebody told me that he was actually in the building the other day. So we'll see if this is true. But here we are. We spoke about this the other day as well. Word on the street, NFL rumors that the Bills and AJ Epinesa might have a reuniting in 2026. We've talked about this. The minute that the Cleveland Browns said, oh, wait, no, I'm good. Never mind on AJ Epinesa, I personally thought, okay, well, the one team that actually does know everything about him, including his injuries, are the Buffalo Bills. And I don't know that they necessarily have a big issue with what is happening with his injuries. But I think he signed for $5 million, up to a 1 year, up to $5 million. Well, he didn't sign, but he was agreed upon up to $5 million with the Cleveland Browns. There's no way in hell he's going to warrant that money from anyone else, including the Bills. I think they can get him for less than half, if I'm being honest. $2 million. And I wouldn't doubt that he actually does stay a Buffalo Bill. I'm not saying he's going to move the needle. I mean, obviously he's been here long enough to where as a second round, I think it was a second round pick, hasn't really done what you would hope a second round pick to do in his career. That said, with his abilities, he always did seem to come up with a pretty big turnover every now and again, right? We'll see if Jim Leonard thinks that he'll fit that 3-4 style defense also. But as a pure depth guy for $2 million, I wouldn't doubt that AJ Epinesa stays a Buffalo Bill. Fire Bean, BB says. Who cares about Epinesa? He was he was mediocre. I know he's mediocre. I'm not saying that he was that great, but I'm just saying I think he stays. What do you think about Deshaun Stribling? Don't know much about him, Kai. I'd be lying if I tried to ramble on about something I'm not overly familiar with. Dude's a bench DN for us. Boston sports, we will always own you guys. Okay, B. Smith in every sport. The Yankees have had a pretty good career, unless you're only talking about Buffalo. What other sport would you be talking about, I guess, at that point? Pat still won't beat the Bills. What's good, Ike says. B. Smith, appreciate you hanging around. You might as well just follow anyways, right? Follow. He's quality depth. I actually don't disagree. Fronts, have you ever ranked your Bills' most pressing needs for the draft? I guess not coming out with a list, but I will tell you that, I'll tell you right now. My mind, nose tackle, additional edge, linebacker, cornerback depth, then wide receiver. Wide receiver would be fifth for me. I would say if you think about the interior defensive line, right? Eddie Oliver, Deion Walker, Michael Hoyt. Somebody goes down. TJ Sanders is now in the mix of starting potentially on the defensive line. That's an issue to me. Linebacker. Terrell Bernard. Hopefully he's better suited for the 3-4. Everything would tell us that he probably is. Blitzing linebacker. Coverage. Using his speed versus just filling gaps, what he's not really known for. Dorian Williams, somewhat of the same. A little bit stronger, a little bit bigger body, of course. Can stuff a gap a little bit better. Who else that's not a free agent that's on the roster? That's a problem, again, to me. So let's pull it up just to make sure I don't miss anybody. And I'm not talking the outside linebackers, boys. I'm not talking the Chubbs and the Rousseaus because that's what they're called now. Again, difference here. I'm talking the middle guys. So Dorian Williams, Terrell Bernard. After that, Keontae Jenkins, Joe Andreessen, and Jimmy Charlo. That's what we have. Again, I'm not talking about the outside guys. They're actually putting Michael Hoyt as an outside guy. So forget about him on the line, although I think he's kind of the line as well. You tell me. That's an issue. Cornerback. Let's get into the corners. Bedford and Hairston. Oh, boy. You have your nickel cornerback and D. Alford. Okay. Dorian Strong, who might not play football ever again, unfortunately. Daryl Porter Jr. And MJ Devonshire Jr. That's the cornerback room. Hence the reason that I go linebackers, cornerbacks. Wide receiver, we're quite full. DJ Moore, Joshua Palmer, Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, Hardman. Then you have your guys that, who knows, Steven Gosnell. I mean, Trent Sherfield was basically signed for special teams. But the wide receiver room is full. Not saying it's, the fifth wide receiver is fantastic, but it's pretty full compared to that of the other positions we're talking about. Now, I get the wide receiver thing, but there's more needs in my opinion, which we just went over. Matter of fact, why don't we do this? I want to show you. Let's talk about it together. We have it up right here, so might as well. So here's your wide receivers. I mean, there's 9 listed. Let's go back down here. This is what I'm talking about. Rousseau and Bradley Chubb, you can't use them. You got to take them out of the picture because they're edges. They're considered outside linebackers, like we've talked about many times on this channel. So you have Dorian and Terrell here, your 2 starting middles, Will and Mike. Keontae Jenkins, Joe Andreessen, Jimmy Charlo. That's an issue. That's an issue because 2 of these guys are basically practice guys. Joe Andreessen does pretty well in special teams, but that's not a solidified wide receiver group, folks. I'm sorry. Linebacking crew, that needs addressing. Which, again, I also feel that they're going to bring back Shaq Thompson. I think they almost have to. And corners, Benford, Hairston, D. Alford. So we have Dorian Strong, again, humongous question mark. Darryl Porter, Devonshire, Sam Franklin. I forgot about Sam. No, he's a safety. Excuse me. I just don't see it. That's where my pressing needs are. To answer your question, Mad Chatter. It's Sabres year and Bills year, which is going to bring me up to this. Do you remember this, folks? 2018, July 18th. Brayton Wilson tweeted, and I'm going to read it out for you. Had a guy who called himself a psychic call me 3 times today. This was on July 18th of 2018. He told me that the Bills will win the Super Bowl in 2027 and the Sabres will win the Stanley Cup in 2026. Take that for what it's worth. That was in 2018, July. Well, the Sabres just made their first playoffs in 15 years and came back being down 2-0, scored 4 goals in 8 minutes in the third period of their first playoff game in 15 years. And they have probably more momentum than a hockey team has seen in decades. So if we're off to the races, I'm hoping this guy is spot on, obviously. AJ was visiting Miami. I'm told he was in the building of Buffalo as well. When is the press for OTAs? I don't know. Nobody knows. He's quality depth. I actually agree. I love Caden McDonald as well. The guy I want most in this draft, outside a guy like Tyson, who we have no shot at getting. No, there's no way. After his individual pro day, Tyson's probably going top 10. I mean, from what I can tell. So no tackle, edge, then linebacker, and you said CB, so I'm down late round, O-line maybe, and wide receivers where it's about. Yeah, I mean, but it's tough. It's tough for me to give answers like that because you don't know exactly who's going to be available and when. So if there is a wide receiver, if you trade back and there's an absolute stud, well, a very prominent wide receiver in the mid-30s, okay, you take a look at him, but only after you've gotten one of the other 2 big issues addressed in my mind. As idiotic as it sounds, re-sign Cook or other deep threat and save the draft pick maybe. That's a possibility. Cold front. Man, you're preaching facts today, and it's not even Sunday. Real GM material here, fellow. I appreciate you, Jonas. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my brother. Bills D is just never going to be dominant. Your mom. Don't come in here talking nonsense, all right? Your mom. Josh Allen going to keep putting up 35 plus and losing. Well, that's why I'm saying, your mom, I don't think that offense is necessary. That's why I don't think it's necessary. That said, if we score 35 points and lose, I'm out. Like I can't. Like I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. My draft strategy, Mike, Square Table Sports says trade down and get a one tech D. Oh wow, McDonald. I don't know if you can trade down and still get McDonald, but okay. Miller, Orange, Big Citrus, Lee Hunter. Yep. And linebacker Rodriguez or Trotter. Then get a wide receiver a bit later. Williams, Thompson, Burks, Benson, Malik Benson. Oh, Malik Benson's probably kind of like a sleeper late. I always see him going in like the damn sixth. But yeah, I agree with that. I do. I actually do. I'm with you on this. I like KC and Omar, but I don't think the gap is that huge that it's worth staying put at 26. I tend to agree with you there too. Who's better, Hardman or Cooks? I personally, if you're not using Hardman for special teams, I say Cooks. Even with the dropped issues, I know. Even with the drop issues. Everybody's mad. Joey Hatch in the building. Everybody's mad because we didn't get Dexter Lawrence. They're going to take the better draft pick in a trade. It doesn't mean we weren't in on it. Yeah, I'm not mad at all. I honestly, you can go back and watch, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. It was just too expensive in many, many ways. Sad that Gilliam is gone. He really showed up in big moments. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss him, but that's expensive. He got his cash. He got the bag, as they say, for him, for sure. For sure. I'm going to miss some special teams for sure. That's why we got to take this guy Bredesen out of Michigan. Either draft him real late or sign him out of free agency. Shout out to Sampha. Got me on this dude Bredesen from Michigan. Stud. Pats will still want me. Is D Hop a free agent? I believe he is. Yes. I don't think he's with the team actually at the moment. Does anybody know that for sure? Let me find out. I'm trying to find out. Oh, Joe Brady's sitting down right now. I think he's now Joe Brady. I can't play it. I'd get in trouble. I'd love to play it for you, but I think Joe Brady's actually in his presser now. I actually got him playing in my ear. Your mom, if that was the end zone, that would have been a touchdown by Cooks. Why was it different? Because it was in the middle of the field. I thought it was a catch either way. It was a catch. Do you expect moves to be made quickly after the draft or to wait until post June 1st to fill what we're meant? I don't know. I think the free agents can happen anytime because there's no barring whether it's pre or post June 1st. Trades certainly have a lot of contingencies on being post June 1st. And a lot of times players or teams will have less of a cap hit post June 1st than they would if they were to trade or release a player pre June 1st. So depending on free agency, anytime. Trades and or releases post June might kind of be the ticket there. He had the ball in his hands and was down. I know your mom. It's so funny saying your name. D Hop said him and Josh Allen could cause some damage. Oh, really, Joey Hatch? When was he quoted saying that? Brady, or listen to Mr. Front. Oh, I don't blame you if you're gonna go listen to Joe Brady, believe me. I will not take offense. D Hop could certainly beat it. I last year come trade, yeah, trade deadline last year. I said that I think Rachel, appreciate the follow. Dreamy Dust, appreciate the follow so much. I thought last year about the trade deadline that the Bills should go after DeAndre Hopkins. I like him. Red zone, red zone, big play guy. Don't forget there will be a second wave of free agencies after the draft. Correct. Correct. Exactly. We will, or we still can make some crazy moves with the Dawkins. Yeah. I don't think it's not going to happen. Like, I think it has to happen. I really don't think that they're gonna be able to make it through. Um, Wait a minute. Now playing oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Folks, I lied. That was Joe Brady at the NFL meetings. Not not what I was it was not live here, not live. I don't know live. I don't know when this is. Bills live press conference schedule. I don't know when they're going live, boys. Huh. Somebody heard that. I didn't even hear it, to be honest with you. Get D Hop on like a veteran minimum. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could absolutely happen, and he would probably do some pretty good things. I mean, he's not going to be a world beater, but I think he could show up. Jeremy Swayman third period meltdown must be studied. That second goal by Tage. Why did he lift his leg up? Why? I don't know. My husband said the same thing about Hopkins. Rachel says, "Yeah, thanks for David Edwards. Hey, no problem, TJ Blood. He's a stud, man. You guys are gonna love him. I mean, you better, right? You paid him pretty decent, so you better. Please tell you ain't brainwashed about one game last night, Keegan. Who's brainwashed about anything? What are you talking about, Keegan? I'm down for another Amari Cooper type player, a distraction, and someone who could make moves. D Hop would be that, right? Right. They had D Hop in an interview asking what teams he would like to play for and what quarterbacks in Buffalo, and Josh Allen's one of them. It's probably Josh Allen. The Buffalo Bills would probably be one of the teams that almost any wide receiver free agent would say, right? I'll tell you what the D Hop, what our Mayday catch. Cat pizza rolls are done. Your mom says. What in the world does that mean? I'm not sure. I do not see it, folks. I do not know when oh, here we go. Buffalo Bills. Oh, draft week. I'm going to try Buffalo Bills PR because I don't see anything. Oh, wow, the last post that they put up there was when they signed DeMar Hamlin on March 27th. So, nothing from the PR. Cooks was a threat, just shouldn't have been our number one option. Yeah, agreed. I mean, I'm fair. I'm totally in with that. I definitely agree with you there. Would have Dexter Lawrence, Trey Hendrickson. Go Bills. Sabres win. Yeah, just Tina. Go Bills. 716 Middleport in the house. Toxic Parkers. Thank you for the follow. Go Bills, baby. D-Hop would have made that catch that Cooks dropped for sure, but would have D-Hop been able to get that separation on that kind of seam go post? I forget what that route was, but I don't know. I don't think D-Hop's a bad player, but I just think that to a lot of your opinions, I don't think that D-Hop or Brandon Cooks should be the guy that we're trying to go to late in the game to get us a 30-yard chunk play. It's DJ Moore now, folks. Unless DJ Moore just completely opens up Joshua Palmer's, Keon Coleman's, maybe even a little bit of a Khalil Shakir. Like, that's his job. That's his job, is to be the guy, and he is the guy, and he needs to play as such. I'm just telling you, have a little faith. DJ Moore is the real deal. Go Bills from down here in Connecticut. Okay, Mama goes Connecticut. Adam Schefter just said Eagles trade AJ Brown. June said New England Patriots. Right, June 1st. He said most likely. He didn't say it's happening. He said most likely. Keon Cookies Coleman needs to go crazy. Much rather would have Lad McConkey. I know that's tough. I know it's tough. If you can go back, you would, right? I know. Should be soon. Christopher Seymour's a trade partner. Yes, trade partner. It's supposed to happen, and it's still there. The Eagles still want to deal him. Patriots still want him. Just going to have to happen post June 1st. Yes. Pats fan, enjoy the last place schedule. Congrats, you caught up. Yep. Okay. I don't think anything else is really all in question at the moment. We're going to wrap it up here with this today. Maybe later. Depends on the weather is just complete shit. But we're going to wrap it up with this. I got to go do something actually with shortly, about 40 minutes, with Bill's Roundtable, I believe it is. But I want to show you. Where did it go? There it is. Just so we are all aware. What do you notice? This is last night. So cool. But notice, this is the epitome of Buffalo here. So there's however many tens of thousands of people watching in the inner harbor, basically, of Buffalo. Outside, freezing cold, snowing. They win the hockey game. The barricades, the safety metal bars, all over with these immense amount of people. They knock the things over. But this is what Buffalo. This is Buffalo. Okay, so anybody's got a problem with Buffalo and Buffalo Bills and Sabres fans, this is what I want you to see. All right, they knock over the safety bars, the metal fencing, and they just stand there. They're not storming the fucking officers that are security. They're not storming anywhere. They're not breaking anything. They literally knock them over because they're so excited. And then they just stand there and go, oh, shit, my bad, and help the officers pick the things up. All right, so we're going to go crazy. We're going to break tables. We're going to go completely fucking berserk. We love our sports franchises. But what we will not do is become assholes and start to put people in unsafe positions and do things against the law and just be complete and irate maniacs. We literally knock over the safety barricades and we pick them up for the officers and put them back into place. Okay? That is Buffalo Bills sports fandom. And for everybody else in the world, pound fucking sand if you don't like it. All right? With that said, I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. Follow along, subscribe immediately. 500 jersey giveaway. The draft less than 4 days away. The Sabres taking it to the Bruins. Let's go, baby. Come on. I love all of you. Appreciate you. We will talk to you soon. Peace out.